In today's English lesson, I'll show you exactly how to speak politely in English when you're invited over to an American's house. These tips in the video will help you come across as very polite and friendly, and it will help you make a great impression. Or if you're speaking with an old friend in English, it will give you some polite ideas as well. Let's get started with the lesson. Hey Maggie, I was going to make some pasta. Do you want any? Oh Sheila, thanks for the offer, but I am still stuffed from lunch. No problem. Is there anything that I can get you? Don't hesitate to ask. Do you happen to have any tea? The first thing that I want to point out in this English conversation is that there is an offer for food. I think that other cultures place even more importance on this than we do here in the United States. But again, it's very polite to offer someone food when they come to your house, or even just offering a glass of water or some sort of beverage. If you want to decline an offer for food or drink politely, that is totally okay here in the United States. You can either say thanks for the offer or thanks for offering, and you can say I'm okay. In this conversation, we actually say I'm stuffed. That means I've already eaten so much that I could not possibly eat more even if I wanted to. And yes, this phrase is very common to say that I'm very full. Another common expression that you'll hear if you visit someone's house in the United States is they might say, is there anything that I can get you? Or is there anything that I can offer you? And this is considered very polite to say food, drink, just any sort of thing that you need right now. It's just very polite and very common to be asked. Oftentimes in English, instead of just saying, do you have tea or can I have a glass of tea? One thing that we say that sort of softens our speech and makes it even more polite is we say, do you happen to have any tea? And I'm not sure exactly why we do this, but it just makes it more of a polite phrase. Do you happen to have? So you could say this with any sort of beverage or any sort of food when you need to ask for something specifically at someone's house. This tea really hit the spot. Thanks again. No problem. Do you want to take any of this food for the road? I have leftovers. If you're offering, that would be great. I could have it for lunch tomorrow. Oh, great. I just don't want it to go to waste. If you want to say that something was really good, you can say it really hit the spot. I definitely recommend using this phrase if you want to compliment the food that someone made or the food that someone chose. Let's say you go to someone's house and they order food from a restaurant to be brought to the house and served to everyone. You might not be able to compliment their cooking in this case, but you could just compliment their choice. So you could say, wow, this food really hit the spot. Thank you so much. If you take something for the road, it means you take some food home with you. Or if you say, oh, I'll take dessert for the road, that means I'll take it home and I'll eat it later. So it's just a common way to say I'm going to take it in my car and take it home. Another common phrase that you are going to want to be aware of in English, especially if you're visiting someone for a meal, is leftovers. We call the food that remains after the meal leftovers. So the extra food is called leftovers. Some people really enjoy leftovers, and some people hate having leftover food to eat. I'm one of the people that love leftovers. Let me know what you think in the comments. Another phrase that's very common when you visit someone's house and they are offering you food and you want to accept that offer is you can say, well, if you're offering, sure, of course. This phrase you'll hear if people, they're not like asking for something, but someone is offering it. You say, yeah, if you're offering, that would be great. Thank you so much. And this phrase, if you're offering, it's very similar to saying, if it's no trouble. This is another phrase to say, like, if it's easy for you, then I will accept the favor or I will accept the food that you're making. In English, if we say that something is going to waste, it means that it's just going to go in the trash. No one will be able to enjoy it. So you can use this phrase with food or you can use it with other things as well. If you have clothing that doesn't fit you anymore, and you want to give it to someone who will use the clothing, you could say, hey, if you want to take these, I don't want it to go to waste. I don't wear them anymore. So you can use it for clothing, food, other things that you're giving away that you just simply want somebody to use or you want somebody to eat so it isn't being wasted or thrown away. Well, thank you so much again. I'm going to have the best lunch in the office tomorrow. You really outdid yourself. Oh, Maggie, you're making me blush. Well, make sure to tell your husband that I say hi. It's been way too long. Oh, I will. He asks how you're doing all of the time. Oh, wow, that's sweet. Well, drive safe. Goodbye. Pay attention to this phrase. It's a really nice compliment to give to someone when you are at their house enjoying a meal or just enjoying a visit, and they do something really nice for the guests, especially if they cook a really nice meal. You can say you really outdid yourself. When someone outdoes themselves, it means that they have just gone above and beyond, or they've done a really nice job to do things for the guests in their house or prepare the meal in a really nice way. It's like saying you've done such a good job that you've never done this good of a job before, but it's just a very common and very polite compliment to give to someone when you're visiting their house for a meal. If you feel like someone is giving you compliments and you're starting to feel a little bit embarrassed because the compliments are so nice, you could just say, "Oh, you're making me blush." It's just a way to say, "I accept your compliments, but I think that they're really nice or almost too nice. You're making me blush, you're making me embarrassed." And to blush is obviously to turn red on your face. And some people, including myself, turn blush or red when they are embarrassed. When you are speaking with a guest at your house or just a friend in real life anywhere, and you want to talk about a person that you both mutually know, and you want to just acknowledge, oh, if you see that person, say hi. For me, you can say, "Tell them I said hi." It's a really common thing that we say in English, "Tell them I said hi." It just means like, oh, if you see them, tell them that we talked about them and, I miss them, or I'm happy if I see them again. The phrase that we use in English to say that it's been a long time since we have seen someone and we wish we had seen them sooner is we say, "It's been too long." That's simply the phrase that you need to use. You could just say, "Oh, it's been too long." That means it's been too long since I've seen the person. Finally, the best thing to say that is super polite when someone leaves your house, or, if they're leaving a location that you both are at, is you can say, "Goodbye, drive safe." When you tell someone to drive safe, it just means you're wishing them safety. It's very common here. I would recommend you say this if somebody leaves your house. I hope that these polite phrases were super helpful to you, and hearing them in conversation was also helpful. It would be helpful to me if you subscribe to the channel and let me know what new phrases you learned in English in this lesson. Visit EnglishWithKayla.com to learn more with me. I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Goodbye!